I believe I got my dirt bikes and quads out. Most of them. Not quite all of them, but most of them. I got bored. Spring break. I got to work on a few of my dad's cars, move some stuff around. Got to get all of these cars. Got to take pictures of all of them, throw them online. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. It's already almost 1 o'clock. But it was sunny, and I figured I can't take pictures. I got to get the water out of that Mercedes with water in the back seat. So I figured I'd line up on my bikes. They've all been lined up for about 2 hours now. I've been working on my uncle's blaster, the last blaster, and I just put half a tank in all of them of gas. The PW80 was completely out. So was the blue and red blaster. So while I already had the gas out, I had it mixed to a gallon. So I just put a little bit of each gallon inside all the bikes, all the two-strokes at least. I would start the Banshee up for you, but it's not running right now. Having some problems with it. No motor in it. That could be my problem. Anyway, I'm not going to tear it down yet. I'm just going to put the motor in, paint the swing arm, paint the A-arms. And then when I get in the mood, maybe one day, I'll just tear it down to the frame and repaint it. But I don't think I'm ever going to get in that mood because the frame's pretty clean. Here's the blaster. Fresh motor, board 30 over, fresh top and bottom end, all new gaskets and oil seals and a clutch. New back brakes, but they don't work. New back brake cable. Cleaned out the caliper. Pads are shot, so it needs pads. No wheel spacers on this one. Lime green frame and seat. Lime green A-arms. Black swing arm. Cold start. It's been chilling here. It's got an FMF header on it, but I'm going to change it back to the stock because most people that buy bikes off me don't even appreciate the aftermarket headers. They can care less as long as they have a header on it. So I'm just going to rip them all off and keep them for all the blasters I do, like race blasters, like the blue and yellow one I had. So I might just keep the FMF on this one. I might just keep the FMF on this one, but I'm not sure. Here's the XR80. It's supposed to be going tomorrow. I had to take off the valve cover and adjust the timing chain because it was completely loose. It was clacking. So it's got decent compression. Not the best, but it's got decent compression. I'll fire it up. That's a Honda for you. They've all been chilling here for about 2 hours. It is about 50 degrees outside, so it's not much of a cold start. This KX I've been running around this last week. It's so much fun, it's not even funny. So I'm going to pull out the choke on it. The choke's already out. Shoot. That was just freaking amazing. It's my friend's, so I'm just selling it for him. So it's just here. PW80 startup. Just put gas in it, so it's probably going to be a little bit dry. Kill switch might help. I mean, I work on all my bikes myself. I've never had a problem working on my own bikes. Hold on. I buy them not running, fix them, sell them, and try to make a little money in the process. I bought that Banshee, blown bottom end, a bad crank, so the crank's getting fixed. Bought that blaster, running and driving, car spit out gas, and the guy needed it gone. And he didn't even know it had a broken left case, so I split the case on that, changed the case in the main bearings. The piston and rings were already new. XR ran, needed a timing chain adjustment, a new chain, new back tire and tube. The tube, I broke it putting it in, so the guy knows it needs a tube. And I just tuned it up. KX, got it the way it is because it's my friend's. I'm just selling it for him. He said I can ride it in the process, so that's what I'm going to do. PW80, bought it cheap, no carb, and no foot pegs. Still has no foot pegs. Got a new carb, put power reeds on it, put new grips, painted the plastics, and got it running good. Fires up first kick every time, but had no gas in it. CR, I bought it with a blown top end. And the bottom end bearings, the crank bearings, were making some noise, so I split it, put new crank bearings. Then it just had the bottom end sitting under my bench for like 3 months because I could never find a cheap cylinder. I ended up buying a cylinder for $110, bought new piston and rings for $100, and now it fires up pretty much first kick every time. It's a pretty nice bike. Fires up first kick every time if I'm standing on it to get a good kick, so I'll see what I can do with this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Won't fall. See, that one came out good. Clutch is slipping a bit, but selling it to a guy that wants it as a project, so I don't put a clutch in it, you're good. This one I bought it running and driving. Didn't tear apart the motor or anything. I rejetted the car because it was too lean. Put air in the tires pretty much. Painted the rear rims black. Just got dirt on them right now. Then I just tuned it up. Put a new air filter, stuff like that. Just put gas in it, so it's probably going to be dry on gas because it just left me stranded about a mile from my house. Yep. What the heck? This one I built for my uncle. I bought it as a rolling chassis with no rear rims, no motor, exhaust, or anything like that. Had a motor built under my bench. I took off the top end, made sure everything was still good on it because it had like an hour on it, just to make sure everything wore in good. Put power reeds in it, rebuilt the carb, changed the air filter, and basically got a whole bike out of it. And now this one fires up first kick every time cold. Even when it's like 15 degrees outside, still starts up first kick cold. So I'm really happy with the way this one came out. Hopefully my uncle's happy with it. So yeah, I have plenty of extra blaster parts. Enough parts to build a few blasters, except rear brake systems. But I have pretty much everything else. I think I don't have any handlebars either. Yeah, I have an extra CR125 cylinder. No extra PW80 parts. I think I might have the old carb. No KX80 parts. I think I might have a radiator shroud, actually. XR80, got nothing. Blaster, you already know I got a bunch. And this one, I just have the parts to put it together. So, there you go. Those are all my bikes.